Welcome to In the Cut, the show that gets you up close and personal with BN and our community.
Good morning, good afternoon, or evening, and welcome to In the Cut. I am your host for today's show, Edith, aka Lilith, No God, No King, and I want to thank you all for joining us. Here at Black Nonbelievers, we are serving as a safe space for people leaving religion, for Black folks who are questioning religion. We serve as a place to come out. We also involve ourselves with community events and causes of different kinds. And we really, our voice is really to be a voice for mainly for Black nonbelievers who that is our focus. And I probably left some things out because I don't have my script up quite yet. And I just wanted to say that we also have a great guest coming on our show today. But before we bring them on, I would love to introduce the president and founder of Black Nonbelievers, Mandisa Thomas. Are you on the stream yet, Mandisa?
I am here.
Wow.
Yes, I
Nice
am
to see you.
here. And Happy New Year once again to you, Edith.
Thank
And
you.
Happy New Year to everyone who is tuned in. We are simulcasting, I see, on our guest channel as well. So welcome to the first episode of ITC for the year. 2026 is going to be fantastic. As you can see from we have switched to our 15th anniversary logo. So
That's
Black
right.
Nonbelievers has been around now for 15 years, and we are going to be celebrating all year.
That's
And
right.
I just want to give a shout out to you, Edith,
Thank you.
and everyone who came to the New Year's Eve party at my home. We had such a wonderful time. Shout out to, I have to give a shout out to the OG Ayanna Watson, who was over Black Atheists of America when it was around at that time. And I actually had the opportunity to see her husband, Derek. I saw them last night. He is now a councilman for the city of Austell. And it was a private event. I asked if it was public, but he said it was private. And so I was like, but he said I could come. And I was like, okay, great. And so and
I saw that.
Yeah, he is an openly identified atheist. And, you know, that, oh gosh, Edith, when I tell you that ceremony was super, super religious, but, you know, but it was, they actually made history over there in Austell.
Really?
And so I'm definitely going to reach out to have Derek on the show, because I want him to tell us how historic that you know, how his swearing in and what the council looks like in Austell.
That is something.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yes,
Historic moment.
Yeah, historic, because they now have an all Black council.
Wow.
In that city. And you know, Austell was predominantly white back in the day. And so, that area in Cobb County, it has changed a lot. Even where I am in Fayette County, has changed a lot. And so, you know, a lot of these southern towns that were these prominent towns in the metro area that were once, you know, run by, you know, predominantly white people. It's changing. The landscape of that is changing. And there are folks who are still, you know, they are working towards progression. And so I think it's very, very important. I know we talked about this before, that folks, if you can, you should run for public office if you can. Whether it's the local level, right now, the local levels are very, very important, local and state levels, because that's where it starts. And so, I mean, it was just so fantastic to see him.
Right. And that, really points back to some of our tenets here. And that would, one of those being encouraging pride in non-religious identities.
That's right.
And this is also, like you said, we're educating the public on the history and the current state of Black non-belief. So
yes,
those two things are something we definitely want to push forward and make known.
Yeah.
But I was over at your house for New Year's, had a really great time.
Yes, it was so fantastic. It's always wonderful to have you, Edith, and everyone who came out.
Cosmo was being pretty sociable.
Cosmo was Cosmoing. For everyone who doesn't know, Cosmo is the grand kitty. She is the cat. She was being the hostess with the mostest. She's sitting over in the corner right now, being all inconspicuous, but she was all front and center with everybody. So that was great. And Derek and Ayana were there. And for those, Derek he's a day one with BN. I remember when he came to our first general meeting in February of 2011. And so from there, I had been familiar with him online. We connected online, but to know that he had just moved to Atlanta and to just see his progress, his personal progress, his professional progress, and staying connected with us all throughout the years. It was just really, it was a great way to really begin, the new year, in addition to the celebration at my house and being with all of y'all. It was just really, really amazing to see him be sworn in as a council person for the city of Austell, and knowing that he has support in support in us. And so I think that's just fantastic. So we're definitely going to be kicking off this year strong, and we're definitely kicking it off strong with our first guest. Really excited about that. And just to let folks know, we are it's our 15th anniversary, and also this is the year that I turned 50, and I don't mind dating myself. I'll be 50 years old this year. So just a heads up, we are going to be doing some heavy fundraising for Black non-believers. We are trying to raise a minimum of $50,000 for this year, which in the grand scheme of things is not a lot of money for our organization. We want to, we want to establish, we will be establishing the Gene Taylor Memorial Travel Scholarship. Gene Taylor, if you saw the intro, the candle that was lit to him, he was an avid BN supporter throughout the years, and we miss him dearly. He left us in 2022, and so he was like a dad to me, and and he was an unapologetic, staunch atheist and just an avid traveler. And so we will be establishing a travel scholarship fund in his name. And so that, we really want to, we need your support for that. So you can do that through donating through our website. You can also become an official member of Black Non-Believers. Edith got her laminated card.
Yes, I did.
She got her card. So we will. And then also too, you can drop a super chat. You can drop us a super chat through our channel is monetized. So please do. Please do drop us a. Send us a super chat here, but also to, definitely directly through our website helps a lot. We have many different options that you can donate to us. And so, Yeah, definitely. We need your support there, and I'm also going to share our QR code on here for those who may be watching and who want to may want to scan that QR code to donate to BN. Remember, we're a 501c3 organization, so donations are tax deductible. And we have a lot. We definitely have a lot coming up this year. And so I am excited for it. I hope you all are as well. And so with that, if you have any, if you have anything else to add, shout out to Kelly, who is on, who is helping us moderate, who always helps us moderate for ITC. And make sure you check out her channel at Detroit Atheist Queen. Make sure you check her out on Java and Jugs, and just know that Kelly is our sister. We stand, we go 10 toes down with Kelly, 10 toes down with the BN fam. And so we definitely want to shout her out, and Cynthia, Chris Cameron, who's on our board, Derek Colanduno, Deanna Williams. So yes, we love you all. We thank you for everyone. Thank you to everyone who is watching the show today. And so
absolutely.
Yes, so we are going to get, yes, but go ahead, Edith. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just going to mention some things, just a few things that, if you're new to the channel, I already talked about how we encourage pride in non-religious identities. We're here to nurture and support non-believers. We welcome you, regardless of your age, your gender identity, your sexual identity, national origin, or racial identity. And again, our content is really prioritizing Black non-religious voices. We determine truth and morality through reason and evidence. We don't accept dogma here. So with that, I just, want to say I'm excited about 2026 as well. I'm going to be making some geographical changes, but I still plan to be a full family member of Black non-believers wherever I am in the world. And yeah, it's been 2 years since I took over, became a podcast.
Yes.
I'm looking back over it and seeing how the community has grown, and it's just been really great. And I'm just looking forward to more to come in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry. Yes, if I may, I just want to show this comment real quick because it's freaking hilarious. So it's so funny. We are a sex positive organization for those of you who are new to our channel. So it's just funny, if I send 100 USD, would you drop those knockers? That's hilarious.
What?
But I just had to show that because you know what? It's just so funny. And guess what? Yeah, but guess what? We just showed it on the screen. It is. But guess what? Drop that 100 and we'll see. Drop that 100 and we are not above doing some strange for some change. But I'm just saying, we hope that we hope that you will support our organization for the very important work that we do. And so, we have a few things that we have a few events that we do in person. Not saying that would be the thing that we do, but I'm a hugger. I like to do. But anywho, yes. Let's get on with the.
Let's keep it a Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
But so we at this point in time, I believe we can introduce our special guest. This is somebody that I started following, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, and I was just really impressed by this young person. He really brings he brings that fire to the whole subject here, and so at this time I would like to welcome our special guest. Black Atheist Rants, aka Bar, is in the building. Yay! Hello, sir.
I like that intro.
Oh, okay. Yeah, some people have a very long bio, but that is you're keeping it a buck and you're keeping it short and succinct. But yes, so you are a researcher, you're a content creator, cultural commentator, and you focus primarily on Abrahamic religions and those belief systems that have been used to justify colonization. And so you've had experience doing live streams, long form discussions, and all types of multimedia content. You're exposing that we should not practice the false ideologies of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. So that's you're doing a lot out there, and we appreciate you. But the thing we want to get to is, for those who don't know, if you could share a little bit of your upbringing, how you arrived at your atheism perspective.
Yeah. So I was raised, like most of us, I was raised Baptist. And the crazy thing about my upbringing, I didn't find this out until later, but we went to a Baptist church, but I went to a Catholic private school. So I learned that later in life, and I thought that was the craziest thing in the world. But yeah, no, raised Baptist. I was a Christian all the way up until college. And so I said this in a past interview that I did. I said something about this, but it's basically like growing up, like first grade all the way up until like fifth grade. I was like the middle class, you know, like upper middle class Christian. We had an abundance of things, and I was like on the uh you know prosperity side of Christianity, where like God is blessing us, and call on him, he gonna answer. I was more on that side. And as I got older and I moved down south, I was on the like the lower income version of Christianity, whereas, oh, God won't give you nothing you can't handle. He gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. So I've I've experienced both sides of you know Christianity, like as far as like your living experience. But yeah, I was Christian all the way up until college, and when I got to Christian Brothers University, um, it's required that you take religious studies. They call it religious studies, but it's really just Bible. You just reading the Bible, doing like understanding the stories and stuff like that. And so I was taking religious studies in the morning, and I was taking this philosophy course in the evening time. And so that don't mix well. That's like water and oil. And so what was happening was, 7:30 in the morning, we going through the Bible, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, and the exile and all of this stuff, the Exodus, Deuteronomy. We going through all of these stories that happen in the book. And a couple hours later in the philosophy class, we're going through like asking the big questions, how, when, where, why people do things, or why we think this, or is it true? How do we know it's true? So it's like this didn't mix. And so I had like a conflate. It was like conflating, because I was priding myself on like, finding answers if I don't have an answer, or like searching for better answers, or I thought I knew a lot. And so, but I had never questioned my religious belief. Never. I would question everything else, but I would never apply this philosophy to God and Jesus Christ. And so, you know, it wasn't. It was this philosopher. His name is Frederick Nietzsche. And my professor, she put him up on the screen, and we was talking about him. And when I went and researched him, he was like, God is dead, and we killed him. I had never heard nothing like that before. So I went to like, you know, because up until this point, I never knew that people like didn't believe in God. I didn't know what an atheist was. I never heard of this stuff. Never knew that there's a whole argument going on. There was a debate about God. I never knew this stuff. So when I heard God is dead, I'm like, let me look into this type of thing. And so, I'm on YouTube. I'm watching videos about all these, philosophical arguments and stuff like that. And I'm like, it just blew my mind that people are still that people are questioning God. And so, lo and behold, I was on YouTube and I stumbled across the atheist experience. I tell people this all the time. I stumbled across the atheist experience, and I was watching Matt Dillahunty and the crew. It was Tracy back then. I was watching them answering these calls, and I'm listening to the questions and I'm listening to the answers. Like, man, those kind of questions I'm having now, and then they're answering them, and I'm going to fact check the answers. Is like, damn, my faith ain't looking too good. And so there's two other YouTube channels that I had came across that really like helped me during that time. And it was one is called The Non-Stamp Collector, and the other one is called Dark Matter 335 or something like that. And so these are like they do like uh animation videos. And so, just watching these videos and hearing all these things I never heard before, and I'm still taking a philosophy class where I'm being, the professor was challenging us on like not what to think, but how to think, how to ask big questions, how to find, answers, not to be okay with, dogma, as we would call it. And so um it got to the point where, okay, I'm not a Christian, but I still didn't want to call myself an atheist. I just thought that word was, look how the tables have turned. But I just thought that was like, I thought it was an evil word. I thought those were devil worshippers. I just, y- I- my faith had been shooken and I dropped it instantly, but I just did not want to call myself an atheist. I was like, well, maybe I'm going to find evidence of God, or maybe I'm going to find an argument that I could go with. And I tell you, I did not find it watching the atheist experience. I did not find it. And, it got to the point where I'm watching it. I'm watching all these videos and I'm having these conversations with myself. And I'm like, I found myself like, I wanted to talk about this stuff. I wanted to, I wanted to discuss it. And so I would stay after class with my philosophy professor and I would just pick her brain about what she thought about it. And when I started asking these questions, you see she just smiled at me because she's like, she knew that I was getting to the point where like the light bulb's coming on. So I would stay after class and ask her questions, pick her brain about, God and stuff like that. And it got to the point where she had invited me to dinner with her and her, I guess all the philosophy professors get together and have lunch. But she had invited me to lunch with her and all of her people. And so I'm the only student there. Everybody else is professors, but I'm just, you know, they just let me shoot away my questions. So what you think about God? Or how, do you believe in God? Or how, it was like I'm just going around the table asking questions. And, she just I give her credit because, she really, when I would ask questions, she would you know, like, walk me through it. Give me resources, or if she didn't know the answer to the question, we go find it. And lo and behold, I'm gonna tell you how this happened. It's like prophecy. So at the end of the semester, we had the last project of the year was like a video thing where you had to pick a topic and make a video about it. Now this is prior to Black Atheist Rants. I wasn't no YouTuber. It wasn't like that yet. I was, just somebody with a lot of questions, watching videos, talking to professors. And so at the end of the year, my video project, it was me. I was like sitting in my car and I recorded like a conversation between me and myself, but it was like I was another character. So I would change shirts and sit in the passenger seat and like switch the angle of the camera. And so for the last video, now this is listen, y'all, I'm at Christian Brothers University. This is a Christian college. And so No, the last project I did a video where I'm basically I'm an atheist now, and I'm talking to my cousin that's not an atheist, and I'm telling him how it don't make sense, how the Bible don't line up, how there's no evidence of it, and I mean, you could hear a rat piss on cotton, how quiet it was in that classroom, because everybody in there was a Christian for sure, and so here I am, I'm black at a predominantly white college, black and atheist, and I done put this video up on the screen, and the video is like a minute and a half long, and like when the video is over, everybody like shook, and my professor in the corner with the she had the biggest smile on her face, and so I guess you could say that video or that last project is what started me to or opened the door to what we doing now with the Black Atheists.
Right. Yeah, that's really interesting. The atheist experience was something that I also was tuned into heavily as I started my journey out of dogma and religion.
Mm.
So I can identify with that. It used to be my Sunday afternoon thing to do,
Mhm.
like
Faithfully. I
yeah,
was
I would get
tuned
on
in
there and
faithfully.
it was fun. It was really, of course, there's plenty of laughs on those calls, but it also, yeah, it really was really thought provoking and helped me work through a lot. So yeah,
Mm.
I identify with that pretty heavily, and there's probably a lot of folks, Black non-believers who have experienced that, or started out with atheist experience. So and so you were already priming yourself without realizing it
Yep.
for your success
Mm.
online. So I guess the kind of answers the question, why did you decide that the online platform was the best
Yeah.
way for you to become an activist? I
Well,
mean, there's different ways you could go about it. So
yeah.
what really spoke to you about online?
So, watching the atheist experience and stuff of that nature, it hit me out of nowhere. Like everybody's white. I mean, we got to get the elephant out the room. Everybody's white. I'm an atheist. You know, Richard Dawkins is white. Christopher Hitchens is white. Sam Harris is white. The majority of people on atheist experience are white, and it's like, I did an experiment where I typed in black atheist. Oh, this is before the YouTube channel. This like probably a week before the YouTube channel. So I goes to YouTube and I type in black atheist. And I believe it's because of the algorithm. But I typed in black atheist. Matt showed up on the feed. And the at the top of the thing, it was a Matt answering a call from a black Christian. He was talking about slavery. That was at the very top when I typed in black atheist. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this thing. And one day when you type in black atheist, hopefully my picture or my YouTube channel is gonna be at the top when you type it in. And so boom, maybe like a week. I sat on that YouTube search for a week. I'm like, damn, because it wasn't no TikTok like that. I really didn't. I ain't had no Instagram like that. All I had was Facebook and YouTube. So if there were black atheists at that time, I wasn't doing a good job of reaching out or searching for them, and they weren't accessible to me. Like typing in black atheist, that wasn't their name, so they wasn't popping up. They got a other name, or they probably using you know, their name. So when I typed it in, they didn't pop up. And so I said, I'm gonna do it. I was wrestling with it. I'm like, should I do it? I don't know. I could do it. I can see myself doing it. I know I like to speak. I know I like to, talk about it. So I think like a week later, if you go to my very first video, uh, I was in my car. I went out, I had a '07 Nissan Sentra, and the iPhone I had, it was big enough to where you could just stick it in the steering wheel. And so my very first video, I stuck my phone in the steering wheel, press the red button, and I winged it. I think I winged like the first 10, 20 videos. It's just me. I just winged them. Just coming from the heart, no script. I ain't playing it. I woke up, pressed the button. And so, all of this started because I felt like, when I first became a Black atheist, there was nobody like me for the other Black atheists to go to. And so I'm like, well, I'm already out. I done escaped. I gotta be at the door when the rest of us come out. They need culturally, somebody that they can resonate with. I have they call it the gift of gab. I could speak to people my age, people younger and people older. So it's like somebody got to do it. Family already disowned me. I don't really care about people's opinion. I done already fucking made a video in public at a Christian school. I don't have nothing to lose. So I said, I'll take the bullet for the ones who can't. And
there you go.
That's what I did.
That's really amazing. Yeah, I think I might have seen some of your earlier videos in the car and stuff.
Everybody tell me go back. They feel like the car was like
but the part about how you were able to quote unquote wing it, it just shows your passion and your commitment to this movement. And so you've done well. And so but the online discourse, it can be challenging at times, right? How do you stay focused and not feed into too much negativity? And that's I want to say it's really hard not to, when you see so many people making these irrational decisions and speaking irrationally and not using reason and evidence. It gets frustrating. So tell us a little bit about how you stay kind of even keel.
Well, I think right when I was at 700 subscribers on YouTube, I was like, man, ain't nobody listening to this. It ain't gonna flourish to the point of whatever. And I started getting messages. People would send me long paragraphs of how what I'm doing has helped them, and they wish they had somebody. They wish they knew a person like me when they was younger, or they learned something new from my video. And this is what keeps you going when you feel like, or maybe ain't nobody listening. You have your days where you doubting, and I can't tell you how many times people have messaged me or DM me or left a comment, and it just changed my whole that person. This means something to people. You see all of these bad arguments, you see all this white supremacy, you see all this dogma, you see all these lies, and I tell people today, the truth has to be repeated just as much as those lies. So for every white Christian apologist lying, grifting, making just false claims, we got to do the same.
Right.
If they say Christianity started in Ethiopia, I got to be there to tell them no. The oldest Bible is Codex Sinaiticus. Ethiopians got their Bible from the European, from the Romans. I got to be there because we got to fight that. They on the internet and they're posting 100 videos. We got to post 100. We got to post 200 too.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, I have a quick question for Bar. So you said that, and that is very true, that even now it's still challenging to, find more Black atheist content, right? Even though we've seen some changes over the years. So when was it that you found you're connected with your first, like, who was the first Black atheist or other like more prominent Black atheist that you saw? And how did you get connected to Black non-believers?
Well, see, I found out about Black non-believers from, I think I was watching the Atheist Experience, and I think you were on there. And so that's when I started like, oh, like this is real. Like we got a whole organization. I didn't know that prior to seeing you on the Atheist Experience, prior to seeing you on like the like those call-in shows. If it was not for that, because I was already watching those shows. But if it wasn't for that exposure, I would not have known about it. But like my first Black atheist, I can't even. That's a great question. I can't even recall, uh, because I'm thinking about as far as like YouTubers, I can't remember. But like the people in the comments, I would say like my subscribers were like my first real interaction. Like, oh no, like there's hundreds of people like you out there. But like as far as like a social media presence, I can't even.
Mhm.
Oh no, I take that back. The Atheist Roundtable or the Atheist Network Group, one of my subscribers, I guess, reached out to them and told them about me, and then Oz, shout out Oz hit me up and asked me to come on, and they did like a Black non-believer panel, and this is my first taste of like, wait a minute, like it's other people who they got the camera and the setup and they own YouTube doing this thing. And that's where I met Jenna, I met Mikey, I met Blatant Blatheist, and at that moment, that's when I was like, oh, this is my first real taste of like a fellowship and community with the other Black atheists on like social media and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, and we've had Blatant Blatheist on, we've had Mikey on. So yeah, we definitely have connected with them previously. And so yeah, this interview is long overdue.
Yeah. I've been knowing them for 3-4 years. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. So, what do you think are some good ways that we could bridge the gap between that online presence and in-person spaces, what do they call it, IRL?
Yeah.
To bring more awareness, especially to Black folks, about atheism.
I just think I think we're doing it now, reaching out, spreading the word. We got to get, I was saying this last week, but we need all hands. I got to do a better job of just like, staying connected, getting out there, and exposing all of these different Black atheist audiences to us getting together. And Black atheist is with Mandisa and them. Or maybe I could, like they gotta seeing is believing. They gotta see me. They gotta see me and Vossi and all the people on, the Black atheist TikTok community is just out of this world right now. There's so many people. I'm like, this is crazy. We gotta get together and reach out to each other, have each other on the platforms, and set up events like what Black non-believers doing. I commend y'all for that. We need all hands, and I appreciate what y'all are doing. And more people got to get involved. More people got to support, because this is the answer. This is the key. IRL, in real life. My brother Vossi, his name is Vossi Thoughts over on TikTok and YouTube. He's actually getting the details together right now. He's trying to plan a Black atheist skeptic humanist cookout in, I think, June or July. So, and he texted me and I texted him and I was like, what you're doing, this could be the domino, or this could be the spark. You gotta have faith in what you're doing, and that's what he's doing. That's what other people are doing, and it's getting to the point where we got these Discords, we got these TikTok. We gotta, hey man, look, I'm putting something on the grill. How far y'all, everybody that's close We need all hands, because if there's somebody in California, everybody that's in that area can go to their place. If there's somebody in Midwest, boom, North. So that's why I say we need all hands, because wherever one of us is, it's like a beacon for everybody that's close.
Yeah.
So that's my answer to that.
Yeah. I could see something happening in all four corners of the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm a put Volsey on the spot for a moment. I know you're watching, Volsey. So one thing that I have, in being a part of this community for 15 years now, is that we still have to beat back patriarchy. There are still a lot of atheists in general who are still not used to seeing strong women and strong Black women in leadership positions. Yeah. And that also tends to inform how people support or even respond to us. What is it that you think between the online communities and offline communities, how can we all do a better job of supporting women, predominantly women-led organizations like Black Nonbelievers, who has been putting in this work for 15 years? We do our annual cruise. We do our Revival of Reason. We do the things that we do in person. And then we also love to feature those voices. We like to be that pipeline for folks like you and others. And also bring us more together collectively, instead of people thinking that they have to do their own thing, even though we can and we should, but collectively that work is being done. Yes, there is strength in numbers. And so what do you think? I mean, and that kind of piggybacks on Edith's question about, us getting more together and supporting more, but especially the work that the women on the ground are doing, and that we're not replicating what the church does by just utilizing women's work and it's men taking all the credit. Sorry, had to say that.
No, you're right. And I a friend of mine, she said this the other day, and she was like, we still deconstructing, even though we're atheists, it's still other things we got to deconstruct and unlearn and unpack. This stuff is like drilled into a lot of us. And so I think you're right. Y'all are doing the work. And it's like, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Everybody can support the boots that are already on the ground too. There's no reason why everybody shouldn't be supporting the Black non-believer organizations that are already in place. There's no reason why. You're right. You don't got to start your own. We literally have a seat for you where you can support people that are doing the work that you'd approve of, you'd be proud of, and you'd be, in favor of. I agree 100% with you.
Yeah, I had a question, and it's like you were saying there on the TikTok side, there is a lot of non-Black non-believers. The numbers are growing there. And not that I want to split hairs, because it's, but I see a lot of deconstructionist type of posts where it's really still just about Christianity, as opposed to religion in general. And
that's why I, because on my side of TikTok, I'm speaking about human history. I don't do internal critiques with religion. I don't ask questions like, why did Adam and Eve, and why did God, and I don't do that. That's not it's no point to do that, because that's mythology. But I agree with you. It's like, we need to, it ain't just Christianity. It's God, all gods are made up. Cultural anthropology shows us that. People need to hear that truth.
Right.
It's not about just, it ain't just Christians. It ain't just Christianity. I tell people this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. So I'm happy that at least Christianity is starting to be questioned.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting with bated breath or looking and going, oh, you just got a few more steps and you're gonna get it. You're almost there.
Yeah.
You know, that's the feeling I have when I see that. But you know, so yeah. I don't know if you do a lot of interaction with those types. You've clearly said that you stay away from the biblical or the textual arguments.
Because I tell people all the time, Black people are not Christian because of literature and theology. We're Christian because of colonialism. So you can't tell people that. Why would I tell people that's colonized to read a book, to read that book? Those people that practice that religion, they committed crimes against us. Why would I tell you to go and read their book? No, you need to learn human history. And I try to get away from biblical schmiblical. No.
Yeah.
In the
And
1400s,
I have done the opposite though. I was talking to, what was her name? B. Simone. You may have heard of her, but
yeah, I know who that is.
And I told her, I said, keep reading, hoping that the critical mindset would kick in at some point. But yeah, if you have a colonialized mind, you could read the Bible a million times and still not come to see the flaws in it.
Yeah, because when you look at those, I've watched a lot of those debates. When you look at those debates about whether or not God exists, they're only talking about the Judeo-Christian God.
Right.
Even though we got all these supreme creator deities that predate that one, they're only talking about that one. The debate is like a form of Christian privilege. Christianity has the privilege to be on the stage where we can have an intellectual pissing contest over Jesus or over Yahweh, a tribal storm god. No, like this is futile.
Yeah, it would be just like Harry Potter fans discussing the different books.
Ain't nobody getting on stage to debate Ola Dumare, whether Ola Dumare is real. Why we getting on stage debating Yahweh?
Right.
That don't make sense to me. And I think more people need to hear from people like me. All gods are made up. Off rip. Let's get straight to the brass motherfucking tacks.
Right. Yeah.
Man, we don't spend too much time on these field bro metaphysics. Something can't come from nothing. That's not even what you believe in.
Right.
Indeed.
Yeah. That's an interesting. Go ahead.
No, but you're absolutely right. And I think it's important for people to understand our position is clear, that we think that all gods are, I say all the time, I put God and all the gods in the same box as Santa Claus.
Yes.
Or Batman and Superman. They're all mythical. They are all they all are human, they are human constructs, right? They came from someone's imagination and someone's creativity in some instances. So yes, I think it's very, very important that we make those distinctions clear about what our positions are. And that it isn't just simply, we do as Black atheists have one of the biggest issues with Christianity, because that is the in the Judeo-Christian religions, because that is the one that has impacted our community the most. But yes, absolutely, it is very, very important, like you said, Edith, deconstructing all of them and deconstructing all of and not just religion, but anything that doesn't have a basis in evidence and verification. That is our practice.
Yeah, and it has served me well, and that's where I go to when I get flustered or don't. You got to take a deep breath and look at the actual facts on the ground, and it helps. So
Yeah. So we have one. I got a request for a question. I'm about to put Cynthia on the spot too. And so she wanted me to ask you, what is your view now on Kevin Samuels? Because apparently that was an issue
Yeah.
some time ago.
Well,
So
see,
yeah, I mean, and we all
you
go
know,
through and that kind of goes back to
Yeah.
what we were talking about, like patriarchy and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So
yeah,
bit of a tongue-in-cheek question
I've
there.
told people, over on TikTok, I've told them, I used to be what they would call red pill. I was that, but because I didn't. You just gotta deconstruct and unlearn and educate yourself on things.
Yeah.
My view on Kevin Samuels, I'm not really a subscriber or follower of any of those red pill guys anymore, because I just
you grew up.
yeah, I grew up.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
I grew up. I have grown up. I have grown up, Cynthia, and I'm proud of it.
Well,
Oh,
I will say that my spouse still watches Kevin Samuels videos, even though he's now been dead for 2 years.
Mm.
And so it's pretty annoying to see. But yes, I'm glad to know that there has been growth as well. So yay to that.
yeah. Well, hopefully, I'm seeing a lot more moves to counter the red pill stuff. Women are now
Yeah.
kind of pushing back and saying, okay, well, we can be grimy. If y'all are going to be grimy to us, we going. But yeah, I don't know. It's called survival of the. I'm just looking through some of the comments here.
Yes.
Oh boy,
this is
it's kind of interesting. Some of these are not great.
Yeah, I see. We knew
Where
we were
did
going to
they get their
get some. We knew that there were going to be some folks coming in, being. Yes, but that's okay. That is okay. This was an amazing show. Bar, we love the fact that you are on the show today, and
Yep.
we have to have you back, not
Please.
just on here, but for the events that we're having
Yeah,
in the very near future.
I'm coming.
I think
you send me the you send me the date, and I'm there. I'm
cool. That's what's up. So
well,
yes.
thank you. Thanks for being our guest today, Bar.
I was so excited because I've been, like I said, I've been a fan because I think I saw you on Jubilee, right?
Yes, that was me on the Black Christians versus Black Atheists.
I had you on a big 75, and I'm like, man, we on the big. My phone made it to the big stage. I was so excited watching that live stream and seeing you up there. So.
Yes, and Edith did an amazing job across from B. Simone and across generations. She was absolutely fantastic, and it was just so great. She was, she's the, she made the quote that got us our new shirt. So yeah, no,
y'all are doing like such important work.
Yeah, you gotta get the T-shirt.
Yeah,
I gotta. Yeah, I'm gonna get me one.
Yeah.
Send me the link so I can order me one. I'm gonna get one because I support. I'm trying to support everybody who making shirts.
Yeah,
I'm trying to support. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna throw up the links in the. We're about to close out the show, but yes, you said a friend of mine a friend of yours makes a.
Made she made this one, so yeah, it's a.
I like that one. Yeah.
So anybody who's got non-believer or humanist or atheist, black atheist merch, I'm on it. I'm representing.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're gonna shout you out as well. You're on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Black Atheist Rants. So we'll put those down somewhere where everybody can find that information.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's really been great to talk to you.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
Such an honor. All right.
Yes, this was fantastic. An amazing way to bring in the show of the year.
Yeah.
Another addition to the great, 2026 now. I'm looking forward kicking off our 15th anniversary celebration all year. We're going to have old faces. We're going to have seasoned faces. We're going to have new faces. We're going to have, it's going to be fantastic. And I'm just really, really looking forward to the year. And so,
and speaking of that, we have upcoming events. Just around the corner on the 19th, MLK and Kelly's birthday live stream fundraiser. We're going to have some more information about that. And then on the 25th of January, we've got the official members only game night and meet and greet via Zoom. Become a member and you can join us on that Zoom call. It's going to be a lot of fun. We already have some dates in June for our Revival of Reason. And that's going to be, we're doing the 15th anniversary, BN's 15th anniversary celebration and secular Juneteenth celebration. So that's going to be a really, really important gathering in a milestone year for us. And we'll have location and tickets available shortly for that. Further down in the year, we have our BN CCon. It's our annual cruise for 2026. It's going to be from November 28th through December 6th. We're going to be on Carnival Celebration, 7 nights. We're going to be stopping in Tropical, Rattan, Cozumel, Celebration Key, Bahamas. We have speakers lined up. We got the Godless Engineer and Mandisa, of course, and many more. We've got the pricing set that's pretty affordable for double occupancy. We could also do specialty cabin requests and help with roommates cabin mates if you need that sort of thing. So it's already shaping up. We only have these events on the calendar right now, but I know more will be coming, more ways for you to participate. But in the meantime, until then, we would really like to get us started with some donations, any kind of support that you can bring, super chats here on this channel, and just outright support. It's all tax. The donations are tax deductible, and we got tax season coming up. So, yeah.
Yeah, and before we wrap up, I'd just like to read the super chats. One from Detroit Atheist Queen, our homegirl Kelly, and she says, "Here's to a great first episode of the new year." And yes, we like to thank Bar again. Yes, it was fantastic. And now that I have Bar's direct community email, he's going to be hearing from me often. So. And we also have another super chat for $19.99 from Slick and Slacious 6579. Always glad to see the communities getting connected for good. Yes, absolutely. And I think what I'm going to do for the rest of for the entire year is kind of go through some major highlights that of Black non-believers throughout the 15 years that we've been in existence, because there actually have been many. So, I definitely want to give a little history there, because 15 years is enough to give some history. And for those who aren't aware of what we've done previously, because folks are still finding us. Folks are still finding their way out of religion. And like we said before, they're still deconstructing. So yes, I think I'm going to give some little facts about BN and the things that we've done over the years, so that people can be, more aware of that and why it's important to support the work we do. So yes. And also another event that we like to, highlight is the Rocket City Reason Conference. And that's going to take place in Huntsville, Alabama, in October, and myself and Bar are going to be two of the speakers, and also Thinker from TikTok. So there's going to be quite a few folks there. We'll drop that link for the next show. Shout out to Casey and John, for putting that on. And so we are looking forward to a very, very busy year. So we're not just going to be hosting our own events. We're going to be collaborating and attending and supporting other events as well. That's just how we do. We are Black Non-Believers is we've always been collaborative, and we will continue to do that. And so we want to continue to make sure that you know that we are, we very much value and put forth working together with each other. So, yeah.
Yes, I've seen this firsthand, and I'm always looking for ways to support that work and to support bringing together bringing us all together to make a bigger impact, right?
Yes.
But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to stress again, you can become an official member here. It's going to include discounts on all of the ticketed events that we have this year. It will give you an ability to vote for board officer positions and also run for those positions. It's all part of building our community. And so you can find information about that at BN Official Membership. And I think you'll be sending out some information, Mandisa, throughout the year about election times, things like that. So,
absolutely. Yes.
Great.
About elections, and of course, all of the things that we have coming up that will be member exclusive.
Right.
Sure.
Right. So,
yes.
So yeah, we encourage leadership. This is not a top-down organization. There's no hierarchies here. We're working elbow to elbow. So if that's something that interests you, please, like I said, go to the membership page and join. Also, Godless Gospel. What's the update there? I know.
Yes. So we are going to be headed back to Madison in March to do some more recording. So we want to finish the album this year. And again, shout out to Cynthia. And yes, we are boots on the ground. We're all boots on the ground. Shout out to Cynthia and also Candace Gorham, who are Godless Gospel members. Stephen Phelps, who is a part of the Sunday Assembly in Nashville, and D'Angela out of Florida, and Andre Forbes, just the creative music director, and then of course Dan Barker, who is the executive director. So we are still looking for singers. There's a singer that's going to be joining us, a new tenor. So we are going to be recording this year, and we will be performing at the Revival of Reason again. So yes, absolutely, yes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, we are definitely hitting that ground running, because we want that album out. The music is fantastic. It's such an amazing project. It's such an amazing ensemble, and we want y'all all to be singing these lyrics with us. So absolutely.
Well, maybe not me. I can't carry a tune in a bucket anymore. I can't even carry it in a 18-wheeler. So y'all do that. I got your back.
Yeah.
But finally, if you're looking for a great gift to give any time of the year, you can pick up a copy of Name Dropping. It was created by our previous In the Cut guest and one of our board members, Deanna Williams and Jesus Reyna. This game is fun. We'll probably play it on the cruise. It's a real good icebreaker, team building, and yeah, it's a really great game, trivia game. So you can purchase that. It is for purchase, and we're heading out of the holiday season, but if Super Bowl's around the corner, maybe you want to do something, play a game in such a gathering, so that would be great. But yeah, this wraps up our episode. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we are on air every first and third Friday.
Saturday.
Why did I say Friday?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Edith, you still partying for New Year's?
I have a complaint, but we'll take that offline.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
But yes, follow us on Facebook at Black Nonbelievers. We're on Instagram at Be Nonbelievers Inc. And we're on Twitter or X at Be Nonbelievers, and the B and the N are capitalized. You can subscribe to us on this YouTube channel at Black Nonbelievers Inc. As we mentioned earlier, our channel is monetized, and we thank you all for tuning in and supporting us. You can find your local BN affiliate also on Meetup, and you can join them, or you can even become an organizer in your area. So you would just go to Volunteer with BN and fill out the form, and you can, get started reaching out to other atheists in your area. Yeah. And I've already talked about how your donations are tax deductible. So you can also go to blacknonbelievers.org/donate and make a donation. And then also we have all of our swag. We have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, mugs, shot glasses, and more from our online store. So pick up your merch at blacknonbelievers.org/store-2. And we really, again, appreciate you tuning in today, and just looking forward to 2026. So take care. Any parting words, Mandisa?
Nope. Thank you once again. Thank you to Bar. Shout out to Kelly, and also shout out to you, Edith, for being such an amazing part of ITC and Black Nonbelievers.
Thank you.
And so yes, it is amazing. So take care, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks on the third Saturday.
That's right. Talk to y'all later.
Bye.